In this video, I'm going to talk about the 50 pips a day trading strategy. Stay tuned. Hey traders, very warm welcome to you. So this strategy is all about taking 50 pips a day. Caveat is we're not guaranteeing 50 pips a day, but I know you know that, I know that, you know that. If you're here and you think it's guaranteeing that, you're in the wrong place. It's real world stuff, guys, but the idea is that it's very systematic. It kind of says, hey, it's 50 pips, it's all or nothing, or maybe you have a little extra into it. We'll go into that later. So the theory behind this trade is this. We have money flowing round the world with the currency markets 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. We had the London session or the European session, moves into the US session, moves into the Asian session, moves back round again. And the theory is that as each of these sessions open, we trade the currency pair that's the kind of dominant pair. So for London session opens, we trade the pound against the US dollar. When the Asian session opens, we trade the US dollar against JPY, that kind of thing. You get the point. So we're going to focus on currencies now, but I'm also going to show you examples that we can use with indices as well, because I believe that it's very, very feasible with those. Now, one thing to mention, guys, and one little kind of warning is it's a bit ambiguous sometimes when the time of the open is, because you may be in summertime, we may be in GMT, you may be looking at different countries, looking at this video in different countries. You've kind of got to do your own research a little bit. It depends, you know, the date I've done this video and the date when you're watching it. There's all sorts of things which can change and times change and adjust. So just be sure you're looking at the right time. For me at this moment in time, 8 o'clock is my opening time for the London session. So I've got the pound US dollar here. It's on an hourly chart. And what I want to do is similar to another strategy that I have discussed before, but this way, the previous strategy, we're taking the previous 3 hours of the Asian session. In this strategy, we're taking the first hour's range of whatever market we're looking at. So for the Asian session, US dollar JPY, in this example in front of you, pound US dollar, the high and the low of the initial hourly bar. So I've got my 8 o'clock bar, 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock bar. I've got my high there, and that's given me 1.3179, my low 1.3158. Okay, great, I've got it, I've bracketed it. Now the theory is I go long on a break above, I go short on a break below, and I have a solid 50 pip target. That's it. It's all or nothing, guys. It's in, and this is why it's kind of a good, if you've got a little bit of a struggle with discipline, you've got a bit of a struggle with anything, you just want to get back in the market, very systematic, risk a very small amount, have no thought behind it, but just want to still be in it. This is not a bad place to start. Is this going to work for you all the time, every time? No, of course it's not. But it's got a lot of potential here. It's very methodical. It can be used as the foundation to add different layers to. I know one trader in particular who uses a variation of this strategy very successfully, and has done for a long time. So it's one of those things that it's a good place to get going again, or to build a strategy from. So anyway, back to the point is we go long above the high, and we go short below the low. So in this instance, we're long here, a couple of pips above, so we're long at whatever we are, 131.80, 182, looking for 50 pips. Do we get it? It doesn't look like we quite get it. 1.3223226. So we're not quite there in this one. So, you know, things aren't perfect. I guess you're probably going to want to come out anyway by the end of the day. Maybe you have a trailing stop on it as well, as you want, but the idea is in the genuine strategy is that you're looking for that just 50 pips move. Let's have a look at another one over here. This looks like a little bit of a better example, maybe good, not cherry picking as such, but it gives an idea of what is possible. So we've got the low of the hourly chart, of the hourly candle there at 8 o'clock. We've got the high, so we're going short here at 1.3234, something like that, looking for 50 pips. Yeah, we easily get it, don't we? We're out, we're taking our 50 pips, and we're done. So it's very systematic. Once you're in, you put your stop loss in, you put your exit in. Okay, let's have a look over at something like the DAX. So we can do it on the DAX as well, and for me, where I am at the moment and the time I'm doing this, the open is at 8 o'clock UK time. So what I do is I will bracket the high, I'll bracket the low, my stop is between the two, so what's that, whatever that is on the chart. I'm going long as we break it above the high. I'm taking 50 pips. Do we get it? I think we easily get it. There's my 50 pips. Or actually, obviously with ticks if we're talking about the DAX. But let's not worry about details like that. Let's worry about making money, guys. This is the key to it. Obviously, where I've got it now, you get the idea. You get the idea, and you can do it on the US session. For the US session, for me, opens at 230, so you're looking at 230 to 330. Bracket the high, bracket the low, long above the high, short below the low. Take your 50 pips, 50 ticks, whatever it may be. Bank it, run. Stop is the distance between the two. Obviously, if the stop is monster, again, this is where you come in and you can add a bit of your own flavor. You could be half of that. You can scale out some, but I'm just talking about the broad strategy that is kind of the rules of the strategy, how you adjust it, how you tweak it, how you refine it, when you use it, when you don't use it, comes down to your skill. And it would be interesting to know in the comments below how you think this can be refined better. So that's the structure of it. It's the 50 pips a day strategy. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. See you later, guys. Good trading. Take care, and bye-bye.